Welcome back to another episode of Talking Facts. I am your host, Charles Brown. What is good, guys? The live stream has started. I am here. Salute. Let's get this going. The Don, I see you in the chat. What is good? It is a mid semi-late Tuesday night. And I'm coming to you after a very busy day, guys. My daughter's birthday. I want to say happy birthday to my daughter. We cooked out and had a great time. And all the while I was thinking about how I was going to get to this video and get to roasting Poetik Flakko for being a 100% race baiter. I want to get to this. Gang, listen, I've been meaning to get to this topic for a while now, and I finally get to present this to you in full. It is a guy named Point and Shoot. I'm going to say first and foremost, salute to Point and Shoot for doing a 100% complete takedown of Flakko, who deserves it because he literally does takedowns of his own every single day of the week. And Point and Shoot has been his nemesis for quite a while. He has been out to stop Point and Shoot from ruining his credibility for quite some time. But this time, I think he got him, gang. I'm going to keep it a buck. I am going to keep it a buck. We're going to have this conversation. Let me know how we sound. The Don in the building, salute. All right, D. Rick James, salute. I know it's last minute. This is an emergency live, but it will be worth it. It will be worth it because right here we're seeing Flakko get some of his own medicine, guys. Let's just be honest. All right, my name is my name in the building, salute. My name is my name. Said I just saw the first episode of the Lion documentary. I love it so much. All right. Let me see what else is going on before we get started. Walter, don't trust no ninja named Frederick Jalla, right? We're going to talk about this and get to it. We're going to make sure that most people understand what is happening with Poetik Flakko, or as Walter is affectionately referring to him as, Poetik Wacko. Poetik Wacko, he's getting the business this week, guys. They're beating his head into the ground. And I know he thinks he's untouchable, right? I know he thinks he's untouchable. But at the same time, we got to put the word out because Wacko Flakko, right, is a 100% flip-flopper, a race baiter, a racist, and someone who will say anything for $1. And I don't think a lot of people know that because he just accumulated a new audience of people who have no idea what he's done in the past. He is a grifter. He is a 100% wordsmith of lies and nonsense. And yes, he does do a lot of news. He does get a lot of stories done within a course of time, but that is part of the grift. Just going nonstop, giving you news as if he's 60 Minutes and he's no all be all. But at the end of the day, when you peel back the layers of Flakko and you see what he's really trying to do, his slanted takes on almost everything, you start to realize Flakko is a 100% just grifter, a person with almost little to no morals, and a web spinner. He spins a lot of webs. He tells awful tales, and he makes himself seem better than he is. So we're going to get to that. I'm going to show that video that Point and Shoot has so eloquently put together, right? Showing all of the wild nonsense quotes that Flakko has said over the years and then tried to walk him back, right? Salute the almighty Jew who had him on and had a somewhat of a debate with him. It really wasn't a debate because Flakko did nothing but try to divert and deflect. He really didn't apologize, gang. He basically was saying, I was young back then, which back then wasn't that long ago. Okay. And he was also trying to say, well, I am a right wing. Some of my points are right wing, not really right wing. He was basically saying he was right leaning to a degree, and it was making it. He made light of the off-putting racist things that he was saying about black people, not just other people. It was about, a lot of it was toward black people, quote unquote, his own people, right? So let's get to that. We're going to have a conversation, and I'm going to show the video that Point and Shoot put together, and we're going to see why everybody's coming down on Flakko because, for one, he deserves it. All right, being in the building, salute. I appreciate everybody in here running the Jules, Danny F., Yakovic, Carlos, Holly Rod, Superfly, Trey Lou, Jinxie. Gang, we just getting started. We about to get busy. Mike Lyons, Cynthia Alexander, Mini Psycho, Ninja. Oh, I like that one. Happy birthday to my daughter, right? Leah Nicolette, okay, Mr. Stacy, Nash, you love it. Diego's in the building. Everybody's shooting out, shouting out my daughter's birthday. It was a good time was had by all. Your boy was on the grill, cooking up all this, that, and the third. But that's what I do. And I'm gonna be honest, I put on some real good music today, guys. I went back on some old school. But we're gonna stay focused because we are not here for my hot dogs and hamburgers, which were low-key good. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Your boy be burning that grill, guys. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. All right? Flakko did not pass away. Toby, to be determined, said, did he pass away? No, he did not pass away, guys. This is not that. But rest in peace to Dolly Parton, guys. I'm going to keep it a buck. Dolly Parton was a real one. She passed away at 80, and she got no smut on her name, no dirt on her name, and she was she was a very good person, guys, okay? Let's just say that. She was a very good person. She did not have any type of racism on her name, no smut. She was an ally, 100%. And unlike Flakko, she did not say very heinous things about about people, okay? Greetings from Koala Holics community. Raina, salute. I appreciate you, Raina, for being in the building. I hope I said your name right. Raina Rave Love. Thank you for tapping in. Salute to Koala. All right. Let me see who else in here. Your boy, are you Love Child, El Chapo? Okay, it's a lot going on, and we're going to talk about all of it. Flakko's on blast, gang. It's time to get this dude up out of here. But the simple fact of the matter is, Flakko is pretty up there right now, guys. I believe he has over 400,000 followers, so he's not really going to go too far, but we could put some chinks in that armor and bring some of that smugness off of Flakko, because right now, Flakko is out of control. He's out of control. It's getting ridiculous, and somebody got to say something, right? He paid $2,500 for the box. Frederick Jala is my real name. So what I'm going to do right now, right? Queen Kong in the building, salute. Running the jewels, support the channel. I appreciate you. All right, Dre Ski, Positively Pepper Jones, Iron Will, okay? Running the jewels, the Don, salute for the super chat. Let's read it. Flakko is a more unhealthy, fluffy version of academics. Fluffy is the operative word. All right. Peace always. Cali Kissy Lips. Memphis Tiger alumni. Guys, we're going to get to it. First things first, right? I want to read before we get to the video, because the video is going to have a lot of information and it's going to be going by kind of fast. And I will be stopping it, but I do want to break down what we're going to be looking for in this video, right? My name is my name, said Dolly Parton passed away. Yes, may she rest in peace. I only heard that she was like sick like last week. She had canceled her shows, but she said she was doing better, and then wham, right? So it is what it is. Rest in peace, all right? And safe travel, safe journey to Dolly Parton, okay? Turbo Blackshun said, how many subscribers did that goofy lose? I don't know. I honestly don't know how many he lost, but I do know a lot of them went there not knowing that Flakko was an awful person. And in this video, they may say how many subscribers he lost. I don't know, but he comes from a lineage, gang. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He comes from a lineage of Umar Johnson. He was an Umar Johnson acolyte. He actually doxed people, threatened people, and made people's lives miserable, tried to scam people, all in the name of Umar Johnson. That was the early Flakko. Flakko was a menace. Flakko was a guy you did not want on your radar because he would be an awful person to you online nonstop. He had no chill, and he quite a few times people had to call the cops on Flakko. He was an awful person. You will see some of that in this video. All right? Salute Bala in the building, locking in over there on Twitch. All right, Sassy K running the jewels. Okay, Wild 5.5. We letting people tap in and lock in and get into the chat because this is going to be a doozy, all right? Purple Haze, Tiff. Okay. Dot's favorite center, Pretty Mimi. Guys, we're going to have a good one tonight because Flakko deserves this beating. They beating his ass all over Twitter, all over YouTube, because Flakko really is a traitor to his own people. He really, I don't know what side he stands on. He stands on the side of money, right? Flakko would turn on anyone for anything that will get him another dollar. Okay, 2,500 for the box. Frederick Jolly is my real name. Let's get to it. Daniel in the chat, salute, running the jewels. This is for the sleepers, running the jewels. We're gonna have a good show, guys. 2,500 for the box is a lot, guys. I'm gonna keep it a buck. 2,500 for the box is a lot. Okay, let's keep this going. A lot of rest in peace dollies in the chat. All right, so first thing first, I said I want to get a synopsis so people can know what's going on. Let me read this real quick because we need to lay out the foundation of what we're about to watch. All right, let me get this popping. The commentary channel Point and Shoot, salute to Point and Shoot. He been on No Jumper's ass for a good, I want to say, man, and I might be lowballing. He been on their ass for at least 3-4 years, and I might be lowballing. He been out there get Adam 22 and them up out of here for a while. And they've been doing all kind of cease and desist and reporting of his channel. They tried to get his channel. At one point, it was looking like they had him because Point and Shoot almost didn't get that channel back. They was trying to get him out of here. He had to do you know how when they hit you with a strike or a copyright strike or what have you, he had to fight it and all that. I used to watch Point and Shoot when he was going really going through it with them. He had stopped posting for a while and everything. So they almost got him, guys. So he came back like Jordan wearing the full 5, shooting at these dudes, and he finally hit Flakko. This one hurt because Flakko got a lot of problems with this actual video. But let me finish. The commentary channel Point and Shoot released investigative videos exposing internet personality Poetik Flakko, aka Frederick Jolly, for allegedly flip-flopping on political and racial stances and for grifting. The core allegations: number 1, ideological reversal. Point and Shoot compiled archival and older clips showing Flakko previously expressing conservative or right-leaning viewpoints. Gang, he sounds awful. He sounds like Uncle Ruckus in these early videos. He sounds like someone who cannot stand black people. He says things like pink lip, big nose, or pink lip, wide nose. He says the most very anti-black, very racist things. And at a time, nobody was paying attention to Flakko like that. And they just thought he was clowning or being a goofball. And he really got away with this for years. And Adam 22 is questionable as well. It's a lot of things he's saying and doing on here as well. So this video is going to open the eyes, not just to Flakko, but on Adam 22 as well, with that joke about what they'll show it. They'll show his joke, his Chud the Builder joke, and you can tell for yourself if it's funny or not. All right, number 2, the grift accusation. The breakdown argues that Flakko later pivoted to a pro-black progressive persona in the hip-hop commentary space, primarily for financial gain and audience growth, labeling it as opportunistic pandering. That is one thing you can 100% say. When you do a shift this radical, right? Poetik Flakko never cared, guys. You don't understand. This whole thing with Chud the Builder, I watched it in real time, and I was like, when did Flakko become the ally? I was like, wait a minute, Flacco's doing, at the end of the day, doing good work because he's on Chud's ass, but it's Flakko, right? It's like, wait, good message, bad messenger. It's like, okay, we need you on that wall, but should you be there? Right? It's the weirdest shit ever. It's like, this is Flakko, Frederick Jolly. Okay, let me continue. Contradictions. This is the third core allegation. The video highlights instances where Flacco's current public moralizing clashes sharply with his documented past statements, leading other commentators to declare his credibility compromised within the culture. Okay, so Flakko 100% does not believe these things he's spouting about Chud the Builder and others, right? And when I saw him speaking, it shocked me because I'm like, this is the Flakko who openly hates gangbangers, people in LA. He hates LA, he hates the people there. Whoever it is, he doesn't care. It's almost like he just hates people that are of color. He can't stand them in all fault. He talks down on them all the time. So for him to be the champion of the black man who took a bullet from Chud the Builder is almost it's an oxymoron, because Flakko is the absolute opposite of someone standing up for the rights of Black Americans. He is not that guy under no stretch of the imagination. I don't know how we got here, but this is where we are, right? Miss Hummer's in the building. So we're going to show this video. I'm not going to spend a lot of all night on Flakko because it don't take that long to expose Flakko, but some people really don't know. So hopefully we get here and get this thing on, and there's no issues with this video. I don't know what kind of strikes Point and Shoot have received from Flakko, but I told you Flakko and them, they like the copyright strike. They like to do things to try to keep their name clean, right? They come after you when you do too much talking, when you do too much exposing, right? So let me get ready, let me get loose. We're gonna have this conversation, but this is going to be Flakko over here on the left. All right, I'm going to show you this video. You will, if you have not seen this video, it is a good watch. I am going to periodically stop it, but for the most part, Point and Shoot is very concise with this video. If you walk away from this not understanding what Flakko is doing, you might be short bus. I'm gonna keep it a buck. All right, let's go.
That I'll be real, bro. Like, it's over for bro. Listen, it's over for all the people who's hating on Flakko, bro. Because, like, I'll be real. Like, your chance to beef with Flakko was about, I don't know, was about 4 months ago. The trajectory I'm on right now and the mission that I'm on right now, we is winning. Again, I do feel bad for like the quote-unquote like Poetik Flakko like haters. We are past the era of hit pieces working. Era where hit pieces was effective was like 2016. So like each and every day, bro, like my live stream just keep getting bigger, right? Things, you feel me, right? Like, you know, like things, you know, things going up, and that's not gonna stop it.
Okay, so this video is going to be about Poetik Jala Tokpa.
Jala is
he
my
paid $2,500
and
for
so
the
let
box.
me explain what's going on. So a couple weeks ago, I made this video on the Forever channel about how Jala rapidly acquired a new large pro-Black audience as a result of his relentless coverage of the Chud the Builder saga and the Nolan Wells investigation. And the video is basically about how Jala is pandering to this new pro-Black audience as if he's not an anti-Black racist himself.
What?
And I demonstrated this clearly in the video, and I played clips of him actually saying the things, so it was impossible for him to really refute it, so he didn't. I mean, when there's clips floating around the internet like this, there really isn't very much to explain.
A 5'9", blonde-haired, blue-eyed, little white boy in some polo shirts, slacks, and some Birkenstocks walking towards you at 9 p.m. evoke the same fear in you as a 6'1" Black man in a Nike Tech?
I'm gonna give
stop that.
that. I'm gonna give that.
What I don't understand.
Hold on, let me stop right there. That is a racist trope that a Black man walking down the street is scarier than a white man walking down the street. Let's just say that. That's what he's trying to say. And to me, I don't want nobody walking up on me, white or Black. So I don't understand that logic, but that is the racist trope that tries to say we're scarier. We're more likely to do crime and harm to you, and you should fear that person. This is a Black man saying something like that. All right? Now, the white guy walking up to you with his Birkenstocks or whatever Flakko said, if he's walking up to you, he can be just as harmful, guys. So I don't understand Flakko's logic on that. But let's keep this going.
It's the blue, purple, pink lip. Yo, bro, listen, bro, I can't stand niggas, right?
Man.
These same pink lip, wide nose niggas were the same motherfuckers, right? These ignorant, you know, pink lip, wide nose niggas ain't rocks. Bro, listen, bro, Lil Uzi Vert or NBA Youngboy, bro, like these ain't fucking rock stars. How a pink lip, wide nose ninja lion, bruh. If he look you dead in your eyes and tell you, bruh, bro, are you serious, man? He capping, he lying. Right? If you think that you finna move to Miss Mary Jane's block and trap out of her block and be outside loitering, nigga, you crazy, bro. She calling the police the same day you move in. It warms my heart to see a DA like that taking a stand and saying, I don't give a damn about no peer pressure, no intimidation, man. Listen, I'm Black, but I'm going after all these, you know, blue, purple, white lip, burnt Negroes, right? Who are out here using their lyrics and confessing the crime.
And so my video was full.
Hold up. Guys, you got to understand, right? Flakko, this is rolling off the tongue. that means Flakko says this on a regular basis, and he's saying it with his chest. He means this. Like, this is 100% how he feels about black people. He don't have no cut cars whatsoever. This is 100% his heart. And he absolutely wants you to understand that he doesn't have much respect, if any, for quote unquote N-words, right? And I don't think his distinction is I like black people, but I hate N-words. I think he's meaning all of them in the same word. I think all of them are N-words in this description. Okay, let me continue.
Full of clips just like this, just like the ones you just watched, and they were horrifying. And so there were some people in Challz's audience that were calling him out for it, but their voices weren't loud enough. They were just little peons to him. They were just little chatters. And he felt like because I'm the only one making videos about it, that it's really not that big of a problem right now, and that he's too powerful. He's already out of here. He's already blown up. He's winning. His numbers are skyrocketing. And he said that this is why he doesn't feel like he needs to respond. Hit pieces don't work on him.
We are past the era of hit pieces working, right? Like, you feel me? Like, the era where hit pieces was effective was like 2016. So like each and every day, bro, like my live stream just keep getting bigger, you know, and things going up, and that's not gonna stop it, right? So yeah, you're right. So y'all stop telling me to respond back to drama.
So it was these.
All right, guys. So what you got to understand right there, let me just pause it for a second. Flakko is arrogant now. Flakko claims to make $100,000 a month on YouTube. Now, I can't confirm or deny if he does that. He does have a massive fan base. He did a lot of work on that Chud the Builder. Guys, you got to understand, Flakko was going live during the Chud the Builder trial. Flakko was every single day calling out Chud the Builder at 2 or 3 videos a day about Chud the Builder and Chud the Builder supporters, so much so that they started to try to attack him and get him to cease and desist. He was a thorn in their side, and he was relentless, not to mention the other videos he would do. I don't know when Flakko eats or sleeps, because at some point he's dropping 6, 7 videos a day and going live and talking about Chud the Builder, and it was printing money. So Chud the Builder was printing money because pro-black people wanted to, and others, right? Let's just keep it a buck, wanted that constant information stream, and that was Flakko. It's just like right now, DJ Vlad is going live every day during the Tupac trial. He's streaming it right from the courtroom. It's not his stream, it's the court stream, and he's just putting it on his channel for free and making it 2,000-3,000 people watching. It's absolute genius, because people want to see that trial. They're not thinking about where to go to watch it. So Vlad is just, it's a honeypot. He's just getting everybody to just come in and watch it. Flakko was doing the same thing. He's Nancy Grace over here on the hip hop commentary, quote unquote, side. So it's genius what he was doing. So he may have made $100,000 that month or two that he was covering Chud the Builder. Okay, so you start to get pretty untouchable when the hit pieces are coming, but they're not working. So Flakko right now, he don't got to say much else. That's why he didn't try to do too much defending when they cornered him about this. He tried to chalk it up to, well, I used to think like that because of my dad. My dad was a thinker like that, and we still clash to this day about my dad. My dad's an African, and he has these very almost oppressive right-wing values that he instilled into Flakko, according to Flakko. So Flakko's trying to say, well, a lot of those things came from my dad, and I've since changed. But you got to understand how overnight it was. It only changed when Chud the Builder came. I think it was a case right before Chud the Builder. It was a case that was catching a lot of pub, and he started to slowly try to catch that wave, and then Chud the Builder came. I think it was something right before that. But around that time, it was only a couple of days. It wasn't even like a long period of time, but he started to grift, and the grift worked. So all of a sudden now he's the sins of my father or just my father's, forgive me now type of stuff. So that's what it was. He didn't need to apologize. He blamed it on his dad, and he blamed it on his immaturity. But let me continue. We didn't get to that part yet.
Statements by the Jala that created a chain reaction in the commentary community on YouTube, and people started making videos about it now. This guy, Doku D, found my video, discovered my video, and then circulated it and commentated on it. And so this caused a chain reaction.
My name is Doku D, and if you're anything like me, around the whole time of the Chud the Builder thing, where he shot that guy and he got arrested for it, and then he was on trial, and we were learning things as the situation progressed and new information came out, YouTube recommended you a new creator named Poetik Flakko.
Wow, that's really interesting. A lot of people did not know who this guy was before the Chud the Builder situation.
So this guy Doku D makes this video, and then this guy Jew Almighty notices the Doku D video, and then he makes a video.
Only Negroes, yo. Only Negroes support crime.
Oh, he's literally just talking like a white supremacist. He sounds like MAGA.
So at this point, Jala now has a huge problem on his hands because now other black creators are calling him out for being a racist, not just me. So Jala panics and he immediately drops an apology video, but he misrepresents the apology and he apologizes for something that no one was calling him out for, which is his political beliefs. And he also lies to his audience and tries to make it seem like he became aware of the backlash from his YouTube comment section and not from me or other creators that are torching him online. He actually thinks his audience is stupid, so he's going to try to trick them. And he thought that he was going to get away with this.
Hold on, before that part. So I watched Flakko's apology, and it 100% was because Point and Shoot pointed him out. Because Point and Shoot always points him out, guys. Point and Shoot been on Flakko, like I said, probably 3 years now at this point. He's been it used to be clowning them, honestly. But now it's more sinister what they're doing over there. Point and Shoot has been on Flakko for years about this, that, and the third, more of a comedic way. But this one hit home because it was real. Flakko was a real 100% self-hating black person who thought that he could just grift his way, because you got to think, a lot of these chat rooms and a lot of these channels, they lean that way. And let's keep it a buck. We all had heard that Adam 22 was thinking about taking that channel more political, guys. So it was like he's about to get away from the gangbanging. He's about to go politics anyway. So Flakko was getting ahead of the curve with all this nonsense. And at a time, they were able to grift and use those racist tropes. It got really acceptable. All that manosphere stuff and a lot of stuff, red pill stuff, all of that stuff lined up. And Flakko was going right along with that. And he was going to be the darkest of the darkies doing it, gang. I'm going to keep it a buck. So what he started to realize is if I just talk like this, I can amass a nice little following over here. Now, he didn't know that this Chud the Builder thing was going to come and be way more lucrative. But this is how he felt. And he tried to blame it on his politics. And that's not what people were mad about. You can be a black conservative. He tried to blame it on being a conservative that had people upset. That's not what they were upset about. And I saw it in real time. I said, Flakko's conflating this, and he's using this to skip his way around this apology. He tried to lean in on the conservative thing to kind of pull in conservatives who feel like they aren't heard either. It was a masterclass in nonsense. And I'm watching it. I'm like, this guy really might get away with this. He might get away with this. Okay? But let me finish. Let me let the video cook.
I want to give the tap dancing sellout of the day award to Poetik Flakko. Now, who's Poetik? Well, I'm Poetik Flakko, okay? No, but all jokes aside, the tap dance.
So right here, this was the video I watched when he was so-called apologizing, and he tried to be self-deprecating. And by being self-deprecating, he took the heat off himself halfway. Then when he called himself a conservative and his views, then he took the heat all the way off. He never addressed the racist stuff. He said it like it was some stuff that he felt in the past, and it was his conservative views from his pops. It didn't make no sense.
Dancing sellout of the day award goes to Poetik Flakko. Now, you're probably asking, why are you talking about yourself this way? Well, this stems from a comment I got on my last video from a subscriber called Beauty. Now, Beauty is a subscriber She comments. I've seen her in my comment section often, so she's not a hater. And the comment was, Flakko, you got some explaining to do. But in the replies, there were people pointing out, bro, Flakko, we've seen videos of you as a conservative. Now you're more left-leaning. What happened? What was the change? Why did you change? What's going on? One, nobody is above accountability. Two, nobody is above being called to the carpet and taking accountability.
So he's dressing this video up as like an apology and taking accountability for having conservative viewpoints, which is not what anyone criticized him for. They criticized him for being a racist, smelly bigot who is grifting off the black community, the community that he hates. And so for him to misrepresent this, it's because he thinks he can trick most of the people in his audience. He thinks they're stupid. But I'll tell you who's not stupid, Jew Almighty. What? And I'll show you this. This guy's actually really smart. He's going to do most of the talking because he's, I mean, just, you can't explain it any better than this.
As a conservative, now.
Hold on. So I saw this stuff in real time, gang. I never got around to it because I was letting it develop. But Jew Almighty took this thing by the horn. He took Flakko, the big ass bull. He took him by the horn. He watched the video. He did a reaction and breakdown, and I think it caught the eye of Flakko because it did so many numbers. It got so massive. Flakko had to address this guy. And the way he came at Flakko, it was flawless victories, guys. And like Truth Unfiltered says in this chat, that Flakko used to work for Umar Johnson. This is the tip of the iceberg of Flakko, guys. The clips you saw, you haven't seen nothing. And Point and Shoot has been reporting on Flakko for years. Flakko is grimy. When you see how he used to work for Umar Johnson, it ain't even the same person. He's claiming he grew, but he still got issues from back then that are still lingering out there of stuff he's done, heinous things that he's done. But let me let Jew cook him.
Now you're more left-leaning. What happened? What was the change? Why did you change? What's going on?
That's not the criticism. He's lying again. The criticism is not about him being a conservative. We're criticizing him for supporting Trump, for supporting white supremacy, for glazing Nick Fuentes.
Well, why I admire people like Nick Fuentes
Doing right now is trying to gain fake brownie points by acting like he's addressing criticism, but he's not. He's only addressing being a conservative, which was never the criticism. It's very disingenuous. Real slimy snake grifter shit. Any black people supporting him from this point on, just know you're listening to a very disingenuous person that does not care about you or your community.
So this is a huge problem for Jala. He did not count on this at all. He thought that everyone was just going to forgive him immediately and everyone was going to move on immediately. He did not think that Jew Almighty was smart enough to understand the apology grift that we just saw. That was a total scam.
It was
That was a scam apology, okay? So Jew Almighty made a follow-up video criticizing the apology because Jala attempted to trick Jew Almighty's audience into believing something different and tried to make Jew Almighty look like he didn't really know what he was talking about. So Jew Almighty got mad and he made that follow-up video and he made it clear to his audience that we are not criticizing Jala's political viewpoints. We're criticizing, it was the political viewpoints that were closely associated with racism that was the problem. And I want to show you some clips of this exact thing. Look at these clips and please, use your discretion. These are upsetting clips.
She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always
racist. I don't know. Is he racist for questioning somebody named Barack Hussein Obama being born in the U.S.? I don't know, bro. You feel me? I don't think so. You could think so. The crumbs and details are rather.
Hold on. But see, Flakko talked like that recently. This is why it was so shocking to me, because Flakko talks like that now. Like this, even though that video is old, Flakko still talks like that. So when he jumped in this ring about this, the Nolan Wells and the Chud the Builder, I was like, why is this? Flakko never was that guy. It never made sense to me, right? So it's just the night and day. The character he's trying to be. Not to mention, you're sitting up there defending literal. He who shall not be named. You're defending him literally being racist, and you're laughing about it. This is how Flakko thinks, and he's trying to blame his dad. All right. Salute Queen B for running those jewels. Run the jewels. Support the channel. Hit the super chats. Let's go.
Whether or not Trump actually committed a crime, I don't think so, bro. Yo, I think a man, bro, who is married, man, should be able to pay some hush money off, man. You feel me? And if he want to conceal it and hide it from the media, bro, hey, I don't understand why this is like a 20 felony count. You feel me? So the Democrats have been able to sort of brainwash and manipulate black folks into thinking that the Democratic vote is the black vote. I know probably a vote for Trump is probably what's best for the country. It feels like...
Stop. Now, we're getting a completely different Flakko, guys. Let me let him finish, though.
Like a lot of us are just giving Kamala a lot too soon without her really earning it or deserving it, bro.
So as you can see, it wasn't the conservative political viewpoints. It was the racist political viewpoints that Joe Almighty had a problem with. So he makes this follow-up video criticizing the apology, and Jala panics. He absolutely freaks out. The same day that this follow-up video comes out, Jala reaches out to Joe Almighty and asks if they can go live and hash things out. What? And this was a mistake. Jala was not prepared.
He got scared. Drew Almighty has a huge audience, and Frederick Jala got scared, guys. That's what happened.
He didn't have, you know, when you lie this much, you don't know how much you've lied, and it's hard to keep up the lies. So Jala does this stream, and he gets confronted with point and shoot. Now, Joe Almighty doesn't know that Jala denies my existence and refuses to talk about me publicly. So Joe Almighty's talking about me to Jala, not knowing this, and it's so funny. I want to play this clip. Look at Joe Almighty saying that the reason for all this is because of point and shoot, and look at Jala, how sheepish he looks. This is so funny. I laughed at this.
He became a fan and a sub to your channel during the Chud the Builder saga, like a bunch of people did. And he saw, I think it was 2 videos by Point and Shoot, which addressed a lot of anti-blackness, a lot of disrespect to the black community, a lot of glazing white supremacy and Trump and Nick Fuentes and the Proud Boys, and all of that addressed it on a surface level, which made me then do a...
Look how uncomfortable, and salute to Snarky Tees for the super chat. I need therapy after listening to that mush mouth. Salute to you for the super. Look how uncomfortable he looks. He looks sick, like his tummy hurts, guys. And it does. But he spends the whole, and I watched it, he spends the whole time trying to act small and trying to act like, oh, shucks, you don't really understand. I'm better now, right? I'm healed now. I don't believe these things anymore. Guys, it was absolutely pathetic to watch.
Deeper dive into the point and shoot videos, which... I'm gonna just be honest with you, as a black American that loves black people, that's raising black babies, that love black women, was very disturbing to see.
Wow. So we've got a whole new Jala here. I mean, this is a completely different Jala than we saw at the beginning of the video.
I'll be real, bro. Like, it's over for
Which I'm gonna just be honest with you, as a black American that loves black people, that's raising black babies.
So this live stream debate was a mistake.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys.
He completely failed.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Because Jew did not let him off the hook, because what Jala was doing, guys, he was taking the onus so that Jew would leave him be. He was absorbing it, and then he would try to shut it right there. He was trying to make this thing 5 minutes long. He didn't want him to do follow-up questions, and he didn't want him to badger him. He wanted to be like, I take full accountability, and let's end this stream in 10 minutes. Drew was like, no, we're not doing that. And I salute him for that, because what he did was he stayed on his neck, and that's why we got that puppy dog face out of him. That's why we got that second grader. He just got caught in the cookie jar face because Drew didn't let up off of him. Let me continue.
Looked like a complete dumbass. And this stream created an onslaught of people watching my videos. and shouting me out and giving me full credit for this downfall. And so I do want to take a quick victory lap, if you guys wouldn't mind.
You have told me to react to this channel called Point and Shoot Forever, and apparently they, have helped expose this information about Flakko that a lot of people didn't know about.
Looks like we're gonna have to react to Point and Shoot, man, because there's been a lot of people asking me to go ahead and react to this video.
This is Point and Shoot, my God, Point and Shoot Forever. Point and Shoot. So we gonna play this clip here.
After Point and Shoot initially dropped the receipts on Poetik Flakko's anti-black,
Calling him out for it.
Specifically Point and Shoot. Shout out to Point and Shoot Forever. Like, he's been on his neck for a while now.
What Point and Shoot is doing is really exposing the grift that Poetik Flakko's been doing.
Point and Shoot has been picking his shots like an elite sniper, landing perfectly placed headshots on the bison.
Do shout out to the platform Point and Shoot. Shout out to them. They considered the GOAT for managing to collect all these clips throughout the years and put it into one video.
The reason we know about any of this is because of his longtime nemesis and personal boogeyman, Point and Shoot.
And I have all the credit to give for the YouTuber Point and Shoot.
I also want to say shout out to Point and Shoot Forever for covering all of this and providing all of the information, because without him, we would not have seen just how much of a two-faced liar Poetik Jala is.
Point and Shoot, big shout outs to you, man, because you were the one that had all of this footage, that put it all out, that made us all aware of the anti-blackness and all the other racist shit that he was saying all that time. So big shout out to Point and Shoot.
I mean, Jala's having a really bad time, and it's all because of me. It's all because I've played clips of him saying things. It's not because of anything I've made up, or it's not because I've...
Let me just say this too. Point and Shoot been on him so long, he has probably tripled that amount of clips on him. It's worse. Guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Poetik Flakko is awful. He says some heinous things, and this ain't even scratching the surface. Some of his stuff is borderline. He still got legal things behind some of the things. He's doxed people. He's threatened people. Flakko was a menace out here, and the more money he made, the more he started to calm down and become more suitable for YouTube. Okay, and now he's this upstanding citizen. He got he got what they call it, Beijing on his hairline. He's a whole new guy now, whole new guy. He put on shirts. He used to be in here and there with a wife beater on. Okay, we're getting a different animal, and Point and Shoot has so much footage on him. He could probably do a 2-hour episode just exposing Flakko. So there is way more footage, and it all came from Point and Shoot doing, if you go to his channel, he has archives of stuff from years ago on Flakko. All right? Don said, unpause it. He looked too crazy.
Defamed him or slandered him in any way. I'm playing clips of him saying the things that I'm saying that he says. So that's why it's so effective. That's why it's so damning. And it's causing a lot of problems for Jala Flock. So I want to play some more. I actually want to rub salt in the wound and actually go further and play more clips. And the clips that I found this time are like way more racist than anything we've seen so far. What? I'm not kidding. Wait till you see these clips.
How black folks love to be victims.
So this clip is Jala angrily criticizing the black community for being outraged about a racist joke by white comedian Tom Segura.
What? I'm about to show y'all how bloodthirsty and eager people are to be victims. Like how black folks love to be victims. Just comment yes if you ever heard a black person say white folks smell like outside. Just comment yes if you've ever heard a black person say when it rained white folks smell like pennies. But it's not racist because the systematic oppression created a system that's meant to... Now a good race joke can never hurt nobody unless it's towards black folks because our ancestors built this country. We've been down for way too long. I'll be real.
So guys, you got to understand he's mocking us. He's talking like he's not black. And Flakko's really from I believe he's Liberian if I'm not mistaken. Right? So Flakko really don't feel like he is one of us, and the rhetoric that we spew, according to him, is all nonsense, right? Tania with the Jews, thank you for running the Jews. Mindy, everybody running the Jews for the channel, I appreciate you. So right now we're seeing Flakko at his best. This is who he really is. He does not respect the black American plight, guys. He thinks it's hogwash, and that's why he leans to the right. He thinks that you just heard him say that he who shall not be named should be the president, even though he doesn't have our best interests at heart, right? Let me continue.
2020, black tears actually had a little bit more currency and umph to it. In 2020, if you troll or laugh at something that black folks were upset about, you got canceled, right? Because we were at the height of racial tensions in 2020. Right now in 2023, bro, we've been so desensitized to it that it really has no impact at all. Like, y'all can cry about whatever y'all want to cry about on social media, bro. Nobody.
Hold up, guys. Y'all can cry about it. Y'all can cry about it. I don't know if you guys know who Uncle Ruckus is from the Boondocks cartoon. Sound very Uncle Ruckus to me. He has detached himself from us. It sounds like we're y'all. So who is Flakko? But he's chasing down leads in the Nolan Wells case right now. And he's going toe-to-toe with Chud the Builder. He was upset when Chud the Builder got released. Guys, this is the same guy. Let's continue.
Nobody is listening. So I can't tell you what white folks do in them showers, but black folks, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, bro.
So that was insane. I mean, really, that was, he really wishes he didn't upload this and that it's available on the internet for people like me to snoop around and collect. This is, I mean, that was, so just look at the clips that he's putting out now. Just look at the stuff that he's, the talking points that he's putting out now are much different.
Again, more racist jokes, you know, making black folks the butt of the jokes, showing all 32 teeth, clapping up, cheering when Tony Hinchcliffe was disrespecting George Floyd and making jokes about the black community. The George Floyd joke to me was especially egregious because George Floyd was not in the room. You do more to make sure that George Floyd legacy isn't disrespected for cheap laughs. Isn't even about black people being soft or we can't take a joke. It's not.
So Jala is extremely passionate about standing up for the black community, and he's very sensitive about George Floyd jokes, right? Wrong. What? He's not. I'm going to play you a clip of just a couple years ago. This is what he was saying about George Floyd jokes.
His conservative values, his love for Donald Trump, and a joke about George Floyd, damn near in a celebratory fashion. Now, me particularly, I feel like when somebody is on stage, they should have the liberty to make whatever joke they want to make, as long as it's funny. I don't believe like we should put a restriction on comedy. The liberals on the left who get offended by everything, they have an extreme issue with this, and they're calling for him to be canceled. I don't think that a comedian making a joke on stage in public should be cancelable. If you like the joke, you want to come back and watch him, come back and watch him. If you are offended and feel like they are a horrible person for making a joke, then don't watch. Trying to, you know, do a coordinated attack or a cancellation on somebody over a joke you don't like. It's the most pitiful and pathetic thing that anybody can.
So do you see?
But you got to understand, at that time, we had a lot of people that were starting to thrive with this mind state that had our skin color. So he was leaning into that. And what I'm just starting to hear, the guy he's defending, Tom Segura, he right now is in a divorce with his wife, and people are saying he has become one of the most coldest, worst human beings they've seen in a long time. So he's defending that guy. Okay, it's a lot going on with this that has more context. But if that's the same comedian he's defending, because that's who they said he was defending in the first clip, that guy has his own issues going on. So Flakko to defend him and try to make it our problem, like we're too sensitive, is crazy work. Let me continue.
How this is a complete 180, how it's like you can't have a difference in beliefs this drastic in that amount of time. It's just not possible. I mean, look at the contrast between these two clips.
Do more to make sure that George Floyd legacy isn't disrespected for cheap laughs. And a joke about George Floyd, I don't think that a comedian making a joke on stage in public should be cancelable.
And I do want to make sure that people understand Jala does not respect black women. He pretends to nowadays, but he does not.
Why exactly does racist comedian learn the hard way today about disrespecting black women? I'm gonna see you guys in this video.
Just go ahead and buy your daughter a tombstone, you filth fucking mother, right? You let her die, right? This bitch killed her baby.
Oh no! Don't really.
Wait, look at that picture. I'm not going to zoom it in, but that's a picture of Flakko with a what appears to be a do-rag or a stocking cap tied in the front, right over his, what appears to be his right eye. That with no shirt on. That's Flakko the Menace. That's when Flakko was a menace, guys. I can't make this stuff up. Marcus, salute you for the jewels. Appreciate you running those jewels. That's who Flakko was. Now he's clean cut because he's making way more money than Flakko the Menace. Okay?
I mean, you made that clip because you thought that was gonna hurt me. No, it did not.
Oh man! And I thought, go ahead.
No, bitch.
Now, this next clip that I want to play you is actually my favorite one. This one is shockingly crazy. The anger, the rage in his face, the contorted nature of his face when he's describing this black woman, that viewer discretion is advised. I want to explain what this clip is. So Jala is just making a video about this random high school student. That's she's not a celebrity. She doesn't matter to anyone. This is just a viral video he's reacting to. And this is an 18-year-old grown woman that had her phone ripped out of her hand by a white teacher. And so she pepper sprayed the teacher. What? And this made Jala so upset, not for the girl, but for the teacher. I want to play this clip.
He got pepper sprayed by a female student after he confiscated her phone because he caught her cheating during the test.
Mace?
The video starts with somebody recording saying, "Oh, Mace," and she's screaming, "Give me my phone," as the teacher is running out of the classroom because she already maced them inside the classroom.
Mace is crazy. Nah, Mace is crazy. Nah, she just...
The reaction by these other students are disturbing to me. These are not preschoolers or 5-year-olds. These are high schoolers. The girl who did it is an 18-year-old grown-ass woman.
So she's 18 years old. What? So the teacher committed strong-arm robbery. You're not allowed to rob people for their phone and rip their phones out of their hands. That's incredibly violating. To an 18-year-old legal adult? Really? I mean, that's not appropriate. That is something that I would pepper spray someone for. And I don't even care if it's like a 15-year-old. You don't put your hands on a 15-year-old girl. As a teacher, that's not your job. If you catch a student with their phone out, you can give them a 0 on the test if they're cheating on the test, or you can have them or tell them that they...
How about that? How about just give her a 0? Right? Good point. Good point. Just give her a 0. You kind of grandstanding, snatching her phone. Right? I'm going to keep it a buck. Let me get to the super chat. Jazzy112. Appreciate you for the super chat. We have to be clear who stands with us and who is not. All right? Let me get to it. We have to be clear who stands with us and not against us. I am tired of the narrative and people making money off our pain while laughing in our faces. Agreed. I believe the same as you, right? A.V. Carson, Tom Segura divorced his wife after she survived cancer and basically cheated on her on the show. He used to be funny. I watch a lot of comedy. I watch a lot of comedy, and I used to watch Tom Segura, and he used to be really funny, and he got really rich, and he got really, really cold. He's changed. His whole audience is like, we don't know you anymore, and his wife of something like 20, 30-something years, now they are in the middle. They have one of the most successful podcasts in the world, and now they got to break it all up because of this guy. So I don't know if his joke is not just the tip of the iceberg with problems with Tom, okay? So Flakko is barking up the wrong tree defending Tom. Now, he's defending this teacher who snatched the phone from a student. If she is, and just like Point and Shoot pointed out, if she is a grown woman, then why are you snatching her phone out of her hand? All right, let me continue.
They need to remove themselves from your class, and they can go to the principal's office, or you can call their parents, but you cannot take their phone out of their hands and run away from it. That's assault. That's robbery. This is a grown woman, but she's black. So Jala hates her. What? And so he's really taken up for this teacher and just completely shitting on this poor girl that had her phone stripped from her fucking fingers.
Other students were not that far off and put her in her place. Yo, the teacher is running away, not trying to get pepper sprayed. She continues to attack him and then try to play victim as if she wasn't the one who was caught cheating. And that's why her phone got taken away.
Slow down. I'm going to show that. But these are the talking points of people who hate black people. I'm just going to keep it a buck. That's the talking points. We always got to be wrong. And that's where he's coming from, guys. You got to understand, Flakko is pandering right now. But this is what he really believes. I don't know if it's pandering if you believe it. I'm going to keep it a buck. If you believe it, I don't know if it's pandering. It could be both. Two things can be true.
Challz She did it again. Now, the blast from the pepper spray this time was so potent and powerful that it made him fall to his knees in pain, in agony.
Well, he should have given her her phone back. What? So all she's doing is asking for her phone back. She's got her hand extended. She's saying, give me my phone back. Please give me my phone back. I don't see how she's so out of control. If this guy would have just kept his hands to himself, he wouldn't have got pepper sprayed.
She's coming to school treating shit like a game. Bro, she's probably going to have 5 kids by 5 baby daddies her first year out of high school, bro. Straight up.
Wow. Now that's hate. Guys, that is the talking point of someone who hates black people, black women, black men. He thinks you are degenerates who make babies. You're going to depend on welfare, and you are sickening human beings. This is how Flakko thinks. He's saying it himself. It's not me making it up.
Bro, this chick is a dust mite. She's dressed like a $2 prostitute, has no manners. Who's raising this chick, bro? Yo, who's raising these kids, yo?
$2 prostitute? Who's raising these kids?
What?
I mean, this is so. This outfit is cute as fuck. This is a slip dress and a denim jacket. This is a very nice little outfit. This is the way I want my daughter to dress. So he's calling her basically a little hoodlum. And I want to play you this clip of Jala talking about his own sister who needed to go to prison and didn't have anyone to take care of her infant son.
What? Because a family member of mine got incarcerated. And my nephew was left unguided, and he needed somebody to step in to help raise him, guide him, as his mom is in prison.
So Jala's out here criticizing black families and saying, who's raising these fucking people out here, when his own family, his own mother is raising a jailbird of a daughter, according to Jala. Jala's own sister is a hoodlum, and his own parents need to be checked for being such bad people, according to Jala.
Yo, who's raising these kids, yo? But who's raising these kids, man? Yo, here's the thing, right? A lot of people are online criticizing this teacher for taking her phone. Bro, a teacher is in the authority figure in the school. He has every right to take her phone if it's out and she's using it actively during a test. He's not in the wrong at all. It's her parents who ain't raised her right. But it's beyond her parents at this point because she's 18 years old. She's a grown-ass woman. She needs her phone so she can text Tyrone and Pookie to pick her up after school to go be fast. But she did not get expelled. She's still back in school.
Tyrone and Pookie, guys. Good old Tyrone and Pookie.
She got her phone back, and she did not get arrested. So essentially, all that happened to her was she got posted online and got some internet clout.
So Jala's super upset that this girl didn't get arrested for that, for defending herself, and he's upset that she didn't get kicked out of school and that she got her phone back. Now, I do want to point out that if this girl was even slightly in the wrong, she would have been arrested. She would have been thrown out of school. An onslaught of things would have happened to her. But because all she was doing was defending herself, no one could do anything to her. And so Jala is really upset about that. So that was super crazy. Jala's acting like this girl is like out of control, pepper spraying her teacher for no reason, just to be violent and everything. He's just he hates the black community. Let me tell you about that. So for this next clip, I want to show you, this is something that I've been keeping my eye on for a couple years now. Jala is constantly telling people that he retired his mother. What? That his wealth is such that he is able to retire his mother. I had a huge problem with this statement. I knew that it wasn't true. And so I just want to play you a clip of Jala bragging about how much money he has and how he retired his mother. Look at this.
Yo, what do Charleston White have that I don't have? We both got $1 million plus. We both got properties. My mama retired. I'm sure his mama retired. I just bought a brand new Maybach off of content, right? There's nothing Charleston White have that I don't have.
So he's signaling to his audience that he has retired his mother. Okay, and this is a lie. And I want to play you a clip from years ago where he made the same claim that he retired his mother. This is before he got rich.
My mama is retired. She good. If I die today, my mama gets $2 million. Like, I'm straight. I'm a big dog. Facts. I'm a big dog. Facts. I just cashed out on the AMG, got the pink slip. Me. Facts. I just cashed out on the AMG. Facts. My mama retired. Facts.
So Jala single-handedly retired his mom years ago.
What?
And I just thought that was so weird because it's not true. First of all. Second of all, his mom is in her 40s.
And my mama's 42, 43, right? The first time I got a check, I retired my mama. I told her I don't want her to work.
So Challz says that he retired his mom from her $100,000 a year salary as a CPA.
What? But my mom is a CPA though. She's an accountant. So she's not wasting money.
And then it comes out that he's actually funding her multiple businesses that he probably has a 50-50 stake in. So it's all money motivated. He ain't giving nothing to his mom. He's investing.
But she is persistent in starting businesses. I want her to just stay at home and relax. She wants to own them. So, bro, I'm gonna fund any business you want to do.
So I just want people to understand that when Challz says that he retired his mother, what he means is that he's funding her multiple businesses because she wants to be a tycoon. What? It would cost like millions of dollars to retire someone from a CPA job that's in their 40s. It's just not true. And so I just wanted people to see that and understand that, okay? Now, for this final clip that I want to show you, this is going to show that Challz hates all black people, not just, he says that he only hates the criminals and the people from the hood and the streets, but that's not true. He actually hates all black people, and I'm going to play you this clip of Challz being racist against this prominent YouTuber that Challz was just jealous of because he had a lot of money. I was really disturbed by this. Look at this.
He probably got scammed again, poor money management skills, right? And this is why Negroes go broke. So when I see Young Pharaoh spending on a lot of things, and he claims he only made $1.4 million last year in this video, but this is the king of Hotep Negroes. This is Young Pharaoh, Mr. Rich. He's the most valuable man in Black America. He's right here is just proof, bruh, that Pharaoh might be going broke, man. All that lavish spending, hiring this employee, hiring that employee for no particular reason, just to have Negroes around. All right, funding people buying cars and all that other nonsense, bro. Pharaoh might be going broke, man, but y'all let me know next.
So he's criticizing Pharaoh for doing the same thing that he does, which is buy a bunch of lavish shit.
What? I just bought a brand new Maybach.
So now he's all fat and rich talking about black prosperity and black, he didn't have anything to say about this. This is Challz's best friend, the cuck.
On purpose. No, I'm not. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny to take a phrase that was popularized by probably the most famous racist of recent memory and to recontextualize it to describe myself smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol while I'm in Vegas. I think that that's funny. And
Hold up, guys. I got to interject right here. This right here threw me back that Adam 22 was this clueless about this joke that he's about to tell. I need you guys to hear this joke. I need you guys to hear this joke because he's dead ass serious. He's dead ass serious. And I told you, I went over to No Jumper. I met this guy. I didn't get this vibe. Let's play it.
Famous racist of recent memory and to recontextualize
Pharaoh for doing the same thing that he does, which is buy a bunch of lavish shit.
What? I just bought a brand new Maybach.
So now he's all fat and rich talking about black prosperity and black, he didn't have anything to say about this. This is Challz's best friend, the cuck.
On purpose. No, I'm not. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny to take a phrase that was popularized by probably the most famous racist of recent memory and to recontextualize it to describe myself smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol while I'm in Vegas. I think that that's funny. And I used Chud the Builder inspired language about myself to say that we were chimping out. I don't think that that is racist. I think that, if anything, I was comparing myself to an actual chimp.
All right, guys. I don't know. I don't have to say anything. I don't think that joke's funny. I don't think anything about it is aware. You can't be aware and still tell that joke and say we're chimping out. I don't care if you were in a company of black people. I don't care who you're in a company of to say we are chimping out, knowing that that is a derogatory term that they're using right now to describe black people in every kind of negative way, every kind of negative connotation. To try to take that joke, it's not even a joke. Let me stop saying the word joke. To try to take that comment, that term, and make it a joke about yourself is the most clueless nonsense I probably have heard all year. I'm just going to keep it a buck.
And I don't think that there's anything offensive about reappropriating the language of our oppressors, which should be relatable.
So Jala
his oppressors. All right, let me keep it pushing.
Refused to criticize the cuck for this because, well, number one, he doesn't care. It's all a grift. But number two, it's because he loves the cuck.
What? The Neanderthals are acting a fool at the good white man establishment. And by good white man, I mean Adam 22, of course. The good white man, Adam 22, have given these hooligans a huge platform and an opportunity to be hip-hop journalists.
And so that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. And of course, for hitting the like button. That's really going to help me out. If everyone hits the like button, I worked really hard on this video. And it would make me so happy and it would motivate me to make more videos if you guys would like this video. Okay? Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.
Some would understand what people who look like us went through in this country. Like the George Floyd, police brutality, you know, like anti-racism. But that shit was getting boring, bro. Like they had to come up with something more juicy, man. Black folks love to be victims.
All right, guys. That's all I got. Jen, I appreciate you for the jewels, running the jewels. Guys, listen, go over to point and shoot. Go over to point and shoot. Like the video. Run up the numbers. Subscribe, follow. Because those guys in that video, Poetik Flakko, Adam 22, and a couple other people, have been trying to get his channel taken down for years. Not 2 weeks, 3 weeks, years. They're in court battles with that guy. They almost got him out of here because he has stuff like that on his hard drive. Ready to get him. Okay? So go like the video. Shout out Point and Shoot. He's doing good work over there. They're sick of it. They want him out of here. But if it wasn't for him compiling that stuff, we would have never got this opportunity to see the real Flakko. And I'm going to leave it at that, man. Listen. I appreciate you guys in here. Snarky Tees, Memphis, Sweet Tea, No Handle, Poison Ivy, Sims in the building, right? I think Diego was in here, LaQuasha, right? Teasy, MPE, London, Lexicon, Walter, Karen, right? It is a lot to discuss. Appreciate you running those jewels. Alicia, Positively Pepper Jones, Mary Brown. We had a good one. Bing. All right. I think I said Jen, your boy, Reaction Nation, Joyce Clay. Salute to Joyce Clay, always rocking. Believe Home. I see Homebody, Imperial Stats, Anime. All right. Natrice, Harlem Hottie, OTG. Gang, I appreciate everybody that came in. Quickie Sticky. All right, Tizzy. We just had a great episode. This one is going to be legendary because Flakko we needed people to hear this. Truth Unfiltered, Iron Will, 444, Done Deal, Priscilla, King Priest, Love Child. We needed everybody in here. Appreciate you guys locking in. All right, I'm going to get out of here because I do need to be up for the morning show at 8 a.m. All right, 450 Prime said he ain't buy no brand new Maybach. I don't think Flakko got one at all. Flakko tells so much nonsense. I don't know what to believe from Flakko. All right, head on over to my guys, blog-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. All right, Wednesday nights we go live on the What Show. I got new merch, clbmg.myspreadshop.com. All the merchandise over there. I got this, that, and the third merch, the What Show merch. I'm just going to be honest, merch. All right. Last but not least, new music. 4 Hours Ugly Professor. Lock in, tap in. Real rap, real hip hop. Addition by Subtraction. That is on all social media. I'm sorry, all streaming platforms. I have verses on there. There are a lot of really good rappers on there. That is a real good hip hop project. Tap in, lock in, guys. I don't know what to do with Flakko from this point because if you watch that and you don't understand that Flakko does not have your best interests at heart, he is a grifter 100%, then I could sell you Drake's Mansion. Guys, listen, I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. All right? Peace. Mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.